Hello, my name's Mark Willis and I'm the Kansas City Keto Cook. And I'm bringing you another video today on a delicious keto-friendly meal that you can eat that will help your keto journey. Since I started my keto journey in early June of 2020, I've had an amazing response to it. I've lost 60 pounds, I've regulated my blood sugars, my blood pressure, and I wanted to share some of the delicious foods that me and my family discovered on our journey that helped make our journey not just a short-term diet, but a lifestyle. These are foods I would want to eat anytime. So I want to share some of them with you. Today I've got a special one. This one has a special place in my heart. It all started 3 years ago. My wife and I took a vacation to New England. And we flew into Boston and rented a car, and we just drove around all 7 states in New England for about 2 weeks. We were on our own agenda, on our own time schedule, and that gave us the chance to stop where we wanted to stop, to see what we wanted to see, and to go to whatever restaurants we discovered along the way. What we really found that we liked was as we drove up the coast from Boston into Maine, later on we were down in Delaware and Rhode Island, any chance we got where we were close enough to the coast, we were eating lobster rolls. They were delicious. Now, for those of you who don't know, a lobster roll is chopped lobster meat that's been mixed with mayonnaise and onion and celery and dill, made kind of a lobster salad out of it, and it's served on a fresh, warm hoagie roll. And I got to tell you, we ate those every single day. As a matter of fact, one day we drove past a steakhouse, and my wife said, "Hey, do you want to do something different today? Do you want to have steak?" And I stopped the car and I looked around and I said, I don't see any cows, but we've passed several dozen lobster boats. So we ate lobster every chance we got. When I came back to Missouri, I was still wanting to get that flavor. Unfortunately, lobster is a little more expensive in Kansas City than it is in New England. It's quite a bit more expensive, and it's a little prohibitive to take lobster meat and chop it up and put it in a salad here. So I needed a substitute. I needed something that would still give me that great seafood salad flavor, but could be more affordable to my budget. And what we found was one of my favorite things ever, shrimp. I can get shrimp here in Kansas City when I'm watching for it on sale for about $5 a pound. And that's perfect for making salad like this. Now, usually I buy it and I boil it and I peel and eat it first. But the stuff that's left over that gets stuck in the fridge, I can turn into shrimp salad the next day. So that's what I have here. I've got a bowl of shrimp. It's about a pound. I cooked up some shrimp the other day and I ate a pound of it peel and eat, which is how I really love it. And then to get it ready for this, we're simply going to pull the shell off and pinch the tail off. So all you have left is the shrimp itself. Get all those pieces of shell off of there. I've got just a couple here that were left to do. So we're going to peel that shell. Now, when you watch for shrimp on sale, I always like to get it deveined. If you buy it tail on or tail off, peeled or not peeled, really just depends on what's on sale. These happen to not be peeled. They were deveined. They had the tail on them, but they had been split. So it made the shell really, really easy to come off of there. And you can just take a pair of kitchen shears, or if you have a sharp knife, we're just going to cut that down into little bite-sized chunks, is all that is. We're going to add that to our mix there. And this salad is going to give you that same fresh seafood salad flavor you get from the lobster roll, but obviously it's much more affordable when you can do it with shrimp. Now, if you have an opportunity, if you happen to have leftover lobster or leftover crab from something, and you want to make a lobster salad or a crab salad instead, absolutely go ahead. Anytime that opportunity presents itself, I take advantage of it. But I had the shrimp here in my freezer, so I cooked this up. So there we've got about a pound of shrimp, and it's all diced up. We're going to add that to our bowl. Now, as with any good lobster salad, we're going to need some mayonnaise. I'll include a link below to our mayonnaise video. It was the very first video we did together. This is about 2 cups. I'm going to add about half of this right now. And I can always add more later. It's hard to take it out, but I can always put more in. Now, a couple other things we're going to add. I've got some celery here. And we're just going to slice that celery lengthwise and then dice it very small. Just like that. And I've already done some up here. And this is about 1 pound I'm working with, so this is a little less. This is probably about 1/3 of a cup of celery I'm putting in there. And with all these recipes, adjust it to your taste. You like a little more celery, put some more in there. You want a little more onion, we're going to add red onion next. I've already sliced and scored this onion, and we're just going to slice it real thin right down along the front there. And we're going to take that, I'm going to add that onion in there. I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of onion. And again, if you like more onion, less onion, add whatever you would like to add. Next, we're going to add some lemon juice to this, and just a squeeze. Watch out for the seeds. I just dumped seeds in here. I think I did that in my last video as well. All right, here we go. We're going to watch the seeds. We're just adding some good lemon juice to it. This brings a nice acidity to the salad. Yeah, hold on, I got a few more of my seeds in there. I don't want to run into those later when I'm eating this. Oh, for crying out loud, you cover it in mayonnaise and they all look the same. There's one more. I think I got one more I got to fish out here. And if you have a lemon juicer you can use, or a handheld juicer of some kind, I've got one, but it's a little big and bulky for this particular menu. All right, so we've added our lemon juice. The last thing we're going to add is about 1 tablespoon of dried dill. Now, I am going to include a recipe for this shrimp salad down below the video that you can check out. And this is the recipe I use. I didn't follow the measurements exactly because I'm adjusting it to my taste. It calls for fresh dill, about 1.5 tablespoons. I didn't have fresh dill. I have a lot of dried dill from the other cooking I do. So I'm going to add a little bit less than a full tablespoon. When you work with dried herbs, it's really best to go about half if you're substituting them for fresh in a recipe. So the recipe calls for 1.5 tablespoons of fresh dill. I'm going to add about 3/4 of a tablespoon of dried dill. All right. And the last thing, of course, is something I forgot to grab. So let me go back to my spice cabinet here. And we're going to grab salt and pepper. We're going to add a little salt to this. And in a salad like this, salt and pepper really help to make the flavors pop, help to make them come out. I'm just putting that in there to taste. You can put in 1/2 teaspoon of each into this recipe, and I believe they have measurements for it down below. So we've added all of our ingredients except for the last one, little Dijon mustard. Just a spot of it, couple tablespoons is what I've put in there. All righty. Let me get a fork here, make it a little bit easier to mix this. There we go. All right, you're just going to take and you're just going to stir that all up. Now, if you're stirring it up and you notice, man, it's still kind of dry, it doesn't seem to have much mayonnaise in it, throw some more mayonnaise in there. If you give it a taste and you're like, I could use some more salt or pepper or dill or onion or celery, whatever you want, put that in there. Whatever you want to put in. I should mention on the onion, you can use any type of onion. You can use white, yellow, Vidalia, whatever you want. I choose the purple onion for a couple reasons. Number one, I love that it brings that bright purple color to the foods I put in it. Also, it's a sweet onion. And that's nice, especially because of the acidity of the lemon juice that I put in here, to have something that brings a little sweetness to it. So that's it. Just like that, and you're done, and you've got delicious shrimp salad. Now, what am I going to eat that on? Well, there's a lot of choices. You can simply get a spoon, eat it right out of the bowl. if you want. It's good like that. You can put it on a romaine lettuce leaf or any type of lettuce leaf. Make kind of a lettuce wrap with it, if you will. But I'm going to show you a special treat today. I took the keto roll recipe, one of the first recipes we did together, and there's a link to it down below. I took the keto roll recipe. I used the same amount of dough that's in that recipe, but I only made 6 rolls instead of 12. So what that gave me was obviously a much larger roll. Now, be aware, this has got 4 carbs per serving, whereas the regular keto rolls, when I make 12 of them out of that dough, only have 2. So this does have 4 carbs in it, but it really makes a nice, big, soft hoagie. Let me show you here. We're going to open that up. And you warm this up and then scoop your shrimp salad right onto it. And this is going to give you that same flavor. That same deliciousness that we found in those lobster rolls out in Maine so long ago. So I hope you'll give this a try. You know, if you do have access to cheaper lobster or crab meat, you want to make it with those instead, please do. I've made them that way and they're both delicious. But for me, the shrimp salad fits my budget. It's quick and easy. I can make it here. You can even buy the shrimp already cooked to make this even faster. You can make a batch of this, keep it in the fridge, and eat on it all week. And I'm pretty hungry. I've just come off my last fast today, so I'm getting ready to start eating. And I'm going to start with this little shrimp poor boy right here. So give this a try. Try the shrimp salad. Tell me what you think of it. I'll include the recipe down below that I found this on. Let me know how that goes. Thanks for watching today. Good eating.